This is PWME News, that's ProWrestling.me News. I'm your host, LK, obviously from ProWrestling.me, and this show today is going to be breaking down the television ratings and the viewership figures for Monday Night Raw on Monday, TNA Impact Wrestling on Tuesday, Lucha Underground on Wednesday, and last night's WWE SmackDown. Please check out our Monday Night Raw review, our Lucha Underground review, and our SmackDown review to hear our thoughts on each respective show. So let's get to it. Obviously, we're going to start off on Monday with Monday Night Raw. Also coming away tonight, if you're watching this live, A, put something in the comments. B, excuse me, me and Dave Coco, I don't know if anyone else will be on board for this, but we'll be having a WWE Extreme Rules 2016 preview show / prediction / pick'em show. So please go out of your way to watch that, and also check out the absolute vast library we've got right now on KocoSports and ProWrestling.me YouTube channel. So Monday Night Raw, which was the go-home show heading into Extreme Rules, scored a 2.27 in the television rating, which is practically identical to last week's 2.26. All, by the way, all TV rating articles I'm reading from in my television screen right here are from ProWrestling.me. So make sure you go to ProWrestling.me, sign up, be active. As a whole, the average viewership, the first hour was 3.376 million. The second hour, 3.302 million, kind of staying with the trend. The third hour dropped to 2.894 million, which was the smallest of the year, the lowest hour figure of the year, and is the smallest since December of 2016, because obviously WWE put their main event angle during the top of the second hour, featuring AJ Styles, Roman Reigns for the WWE World Championship, with the main event featured the women, which is that a sign of things to come, that people are not going to stick around for a contract signing, or B, anything that involves, in all due respect, women's wrestling. Quite frankly, it didn't draw. Proof is in the pudding right here. Women's wrestling does not draw on the mainstream. Sorry, just putting it out there. I'm just saying what the ratings are telling me, okay? TNA Impact Wrestling viewership. Obviously, this week's edition of TNA Impact Wrestling, we saw Drew Galloway defend his TNA World Heavyweight Championship against the challenger of Bobby Lashley. Drew 311,000 viewers, which is up from 280,000 of last week. I think this is the only time TNA Impact Wrestling will air on Pop TV, as they have cut all replays. So there will be no more combining of viewership figures. And if you remember a few months ago, I stated if they stick around the 300,000 mark, to me, if they stick around that and build upon that, if I'm Dixie Carr and I'm running this promotion, 300,000 should be my baseline. That should be the core audience that should be watching every single week. Now they've got that. They had 280,000 last week. That's scrapped. Now let's work from here. Let's try and grow up on this and grow up on this and grow up on this. So fingers crossed, from here on out, they go up. They're obviously heading towards the Slammiversary pay-per-view event. Also, there was a one-night-only show, the one-night-only Victory Road. I think that's live right now on the Fight app. Also, I think it's available on traditional pay-per-view. I know if you live in England, it's available on Challenge TV. I might give you a review, but I've been pretty much given orders to not review TNA on the channel. But again, there you are. So TNA is pretty damn good with the TV ratings this week. Good jump there. Lucha Underground, which featured the 7-way match for the Gift of the Gods Championship, drew a combined audience, because obviously they have the replay the hour after, of 164,000 views, which is just slightly down from last week's combined of 177,000. The first airing drew 127,000, which is up from 96,000 last week. However, the replay really was hit, as it only had 37,000, because obviously more people watched the first airing, which was down from 81,000 of last week. And in my opinion, if you realize a little trend in Lucha Underground, if something is really heavily promoted on NXT, the replay is going to be higher than the first viewing. Like last week. Last week, the replay drew nearly identically with 81,000 to 96,000 of the first viewing. NXT this week stunk. It sucked. It was shit. Check out our Mine and Boom Boom's NXT review. We went off on about 16 different tangents and tirades. This week, the first airing, which is when NXT airs, that had a jump to 127, but it's still roughly around that. I'd say the core audience for Lucha Underground is 150 to 190. I think that's kind of the core audience you're going to get on the LWA network for Lucha Underground. And last night's SmackDown, which I have reviewed on this channel, so if you haven't seen it yet, go back and check it out. They drew, obviously, the go-home show leading into Extreme Rules again, a 1.62, a slight increase from a 1.59. Average viewers, they drew 2.295 million, which is slightly up from 2.62 million viewers from last week. So I think we're getting the core audience here. I think this is what we're going to get around the 1.4s to the 1.6s now, or 1.4 to 1.7 in my opinion, until the SummerSlam when we might start to rebuild. But the third hour of Raw was nearly identical to SmackDown. I mean, lots of people tuned out from Monday Night Raw, which is a worrying sign. But that's what happens when you put your main event angle in the top of the second hour. I mean, I know most people watch the top of the second hour because every single week, no matter what, because they don't promote anything. They present, but they don't promote. Every single time you watch a Monday Night Raw, they will put the most important stuff at the top of the second hour because that's when the most people are watching. Okay, the third hour always drops because it just gets so dull and so boring, and 3 hours is such a long time to really give, a fucking time. It's ridiculous. 3 hours is far too long for anything. I don't care what show it is. So I'm going to see if we have any live comments. I won't be shocked if there isn't. Randy Wong, hello, okay, glad to see you're still employed with the Coco crew. No, TNA reviews, you're breaking my heart. I don't know if that was sarcasm or not. I'm just doing what I'm told. I'm doing what I'm told. Statistically, I'm not speaking from Coco. Coco's going to do a show where he talks how statistically it doesn't make sense to do a TNA review. Okay, that's not me being a douchebag. That's what I'm just being told. Okay. Randy Morgan, though, does say, howdy, okay, glad to see you still employed with the Coco. Oh, but dude, I've been employed. Dude, check out this channel. Dare you to find this week, apart from the Monday Night Raw review, a show that I'm not a part of. I dare you to find one because there isn't one. I'm fucking raring to go here and let's grow this motherfucker and you can grow it with me. So make sure you head over to pricing.me, make sure you leave a like, make sure you leave a comment, make sure you sign up at pricing. Don't just go to pricing.me. Hit that sign up. It's 110% completely damn free. Get interactive, write some blogs if you're a gamer, upload your wrestling game videos up there. If you're a wrestling podcaster, upload your wrestling podcast. If you just want to interact with myself, Dave, Coco, Boom, Sammy, anyone from the Coco crew, then please hit up at pricing.me, add us as friends. You can even direct message us if you want something desperately, but prowrestling.me is the place to be. Thank you so much for watching this show. This has been LK from PWME. Stay safe, stay well, and I'll be catching your asses in an Extreme Rules preview starting very shortly. So thank you very much. Enjoy.